Hey everyone, today I'm going to be trying to cold sear a steak. This would be the second time I've tried this because I did it last night and I ended up making a complete piece of shit steak. So let's kind of go over all the things that I have to make this stuff. Cutting board, which I'm going to rest this steak here, this, what is it? Ribeye steak, aged 14 days, about 20 bucks. I feel like maybe I got raped in the ass on that. Then I'm gonna make a butter sauce with rosemary, thyme, butter, and garlic. And then obviously the seasonings. We got salt, garlic powder, black pepper, and then kind of the tools that I'll be using. Tongs, wood, this fucking thing. And then this non-stick pan. So let's get stuff going. So I'm gonna put the pan on the stove, and I'm not gonna turn that shit on. And then I guess I really need to pat this dry, the steak. So let me do that, and All be right back. All right, we got that steak out of its packaging. Time to get this dry as fuck. There we go. Let's get all that moisture out that little steak. Now, if you don't have paper towels for whatever reason, and if you look like me, and if it's like any of my interactions with women, you could probably just look at this and it'll get nice and dry. I think that's about as dry as I'm gonna be able to get it. So let's hit it with some salt. No, I need a lot more salt than that. Just want nothing but salt. And then I need some black pepper. And I really can't do this one-handedly, but I'm gonna try. There we go. I need to do this even faster. Give me a second. Alright, we seasoned it. Plus the salt and pepper. I'm also gonna hit this up with some garlic powder. There we go. That looks fine. We're gonna need the tongs here. We're gonna take this up. Just set this here. Let's just set up a timer like this so I can keep time. Minutes, and the stove's completely cold. Nothing's been turned on. So we're gonna get the steak. Hopefully. Let me grab this shit. Okay. Alright, so we got that steak in the pan, and then I'm gonna put this on high heat. And we're gonna cook this shit for 4 minutes, 2 minutes each side at high. And then once that's done, then I'm gonna reduce this down to medium, and then I'm gonna flip it every 2 minutes. I guess this would be a good time to speed up this video. So that's what I'll do while we go through and flip and flop and get this stuff nice and hot. obviously the goal here is to keep. So at 9:59, I guess we'll flip this again, and then we're going to reduce the heat down to medium, which on my stove might be 4, might be 2. I'm not really sure because my stove has its own mind of its own on what temperatures are. So we'll let that keep on heating. I'm actually going to lower the heat a little bit down to 6. It's not supposed to be smoking this much. Like I said, this stove has its own mind of its own. Now, I'm going to drop this heat down. I'm going to put it right there, and then we're going to flip it every 2 minutes. And this isn't a super big steak, so we'll give it a temp on the second flip. We'll temp check. Take a look at the heat in the pan. This is at 440. Even after dropping the heat down, pick that off there. Just kind of let the residual heat in the pan cook this for a little bit. Actually, you know what? That on medium on this boner. Let's see if I can do this right. And I just want to get this hopefully to medium rare, so if I can get this around over 125 to 130, then I think I should be good to pull it. Alright, let's flip it. And let's check the temperature. But I need both hands. I'll be right back. Alright, I pulled the steak. It was reading 159, so I think I totally fucked this up. But we're gonna let this rest for 5 minutes and cut it up and see how it looks. But in the interim, let's get all the butter shit. And butter in there. Get my finger on the fucking line. I want all that garlic. Alright, garlic's in there. That was pretty easy. And then I'm just gonna stir this around a little bit. Get the herbs in that. Start heating up. Just melt this down a little bit. we'll set that off to the side. And then we'll be back in a few minutes once this is rested, and then we'll check it out and see how I did. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes, so we're going to cut into this steak and see how it came out. But I can't do that with one hand, so let me carve it up and let's take a look. Alright, so we cut it up, and we can see there, pretty decent rose color. There is still just a little bit of grayness, but not as bad. So, is it a success? I would take this as a win. Was it worth cooking it this way? Sure was. Well, let's at least get this looking a little bit more presentable instead of looking like slop. Alright, so we got the steak all plated up, looking great, great presentation. We got some sauteed onions and mushrooms there, and then some mashed potatoes. So let's try this steak and see if it's any good. This is fucking delicious. It was great. Not a terribly difficult method, and I'm glad it turned out well. Overall, I'd say this was pretty easy, not terribly difficult. I think those of you with like gas burners and shit like that probably have a lot easier time controlling the heat than I did on my end. But otherwise, I think this was a great way to cook it. I'll put the link in. I think it was from American Test Kitchen or something like that, where I learned how to do this, and I use the term learn very loosely because I don't have this perfected at all. Overall, would recommend. Thank you.